kitchen table theology for today is that on our table, we have different symbols throughout the liturgical calendar. So just simple things that we look at every day, and we might talk about them or pick them up or think about them casually in our day, or we might make them the focus of attention for a little while as we go through the year. And some of the things are ours and some we borrowed from the church so that we could use them in Sunday school online with you. And so this week, we added a few things. We added some sea willow twigs that we found out by a little creek. And in the beginning, they were just the teeniest, tiniest little buds, hardly hints at all. It looked like the stick was dead. And when it had a little bit of water and time, it turned into this really beautiful thing of fuzzy, soft, pretty pussy willows. Picking pussy willows has been a tradition for my family and maybe for yours. I always went to the field behind my parents' house, walked through a forest into a little meadow where there was a ditch full of more water in the springtime. And by that little ditch in the spring, a pussy willow tree would grow. And so we would collect some, and I'd bring them back to my mom, whose birthday is today. And I'd also collect some to bring to my great grandmother. She didn't see very well anymore, but she could feel them and appreciated that. And so we have some pussy willows to remind us of some beautiful surprises of new life and of family and of tradition. And we have some eggs on the table. That's often a sign of Easter, and you might have even chocolate eggs at your house. We have some real ones that we are adding color to, and we're going to eat some later. And we have a little shaker egg that's pretty and patterned, and it's to remind us of new life within and the hope and possibility of something that doesn't even look alive. We have a little figure that we've used in a couple of our Sunday school stories, and it's to remind us now that Jesus came back. Jesus rose again, and we call Jesus Christ, someone who came teaching us, not just in life, but even after, that there is hope and new life for all of us, and arms wide open to draw the circle wide, loving and caring. We have our Advent little wreath still here. We took the cedar away and the other candles from Advent are gone, but this Christ candle is back. This was the candle that we lit on Christmas, and we've kept it and brought it back to remind us this in Holy Week, this time, about that story, that there's a beginning and a continuation. So this has returned to stay on our table to talk a little bit about that and remember baby Jesus growing into the man becoming Christ. And then just today, a little apple cut open to see that surprise star inside full of seeds. And that I did that because reminded of the song that we often sing, in the bulb there is a flower, in the seed an apple tree. And so when my little one wakes up, we're going to look at the surprise star inside apples and talk about seeds. And we'll plant some together today, because a seed doesn't look like it has much life in it. It seems like it's dead, just like people thought that Jesus was gone forever when he died. But he talked about mustard seeds. He talked about the kingdom of heaven. He said he was coming back. And he talked about new life and things growing big and beyond us. So we'll talk a little bit about new life today and how with love and care, amazing things can happen. We'll celebrate the miracle of Easter.